feel JC, yeah.
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
TiVoMike!
Hello and welcome to the TiVoMike Show. I am your humble host, Michael TiVoMike Jefferson, a living saint, follower of the Lord Jesus Christ, and loving TV viewer. I am here in the studio with my best friend, the show's entertainment guru from northeast corner of the country in a state called Rhode Island and a city called Woonsocket, Warner.
What up, saints?
What's up is the word of God.
Amen.
This week is a fun week. We got Chicago Med, Fire, and PD going on. We're going to get started with the righteous recap of Med Chicago. I like saying Med Chicago because it subverts expectations.
Oh, yeah. Listen, guys. First off, I wanted to say real quick, EGMike84 on Twitter is my handle. Live tweet with me along with the show's cast.
And let them know this is 8 and a 4.
Yeah, sorry.
not-
EGMike and the numerals 8 and 4.
That's right.
Because I had some great tweets this week with the cast.
That rhymes.
You like that? I like that. And I didn't share this because I wanted to surprise you.
Wow. Look at you.
Because it's what I do.
And we had a whole conversation.
I know.
Brother be playing games.
But I tweeted, first off, I love any time
it's like you moved and didn't tell me.
I would always
And then
tell you.
surprised me when
yeah.
they come in. It's so weird. Who would do that?
Jerk.
A junior educated rich kid.
That's
right, baby.
When we get good characters.
Yes.
And then good combining scenes where it's not stupid. So I was very happy
Thank
to see
you.
Maggie working with Dr. Scott. But I already knew that meant this is going to be a pivotal moment for him. Like, this is going to be a learning thing for him. Because Maggie is the mentor.
Yes.
So I had tweeted.
She's Mother Bear.
Right. So I had tweeted in the beginning. I was like, when he realized that, part in the story, I had tweeted. I was like, Maggie, stay close. Dylan's going to need you tonight. I have a feeling. No, I said, stay close to Dylan tonight. I have a feeling he's going to need you. And she, Maggie, a.k.a. Marlon Barrett, wrote, not just favorited, she wrote, eyes wide open. This is going somewhere.
Oh, my gosh. Stop.
So I was very happy. I was like,
tell me you favorited that.
Oh, of course. I definitely favorited that. So, I was super excited.
Tell me this until the
I
show.
I wanted this.
She
right
responded.
Here. I wanted this right here.
Yeah. That is awesome.
So I was super happy.
Eyes wide open.
Yeah.
And you know why she said that? Because she couldn't say the movie. That's a licensing.
Yeah.
It's a royalty issue. So you got to keep it real.
Oh, yes.
Oh. So it's season 7, episode 6. When you're a hammer, everything's a nail.
I like
right?
That. I like that.
Hammer's worlds collide when her mother becomes her parents. What happens. Scott, what did I say?
Parent.
Why did I say that?
I got you. Don't worry.
Scott's history with the father of a patient, not parents. I'm not going to let myself go with that. Interferes with his perception of a case, and Crockett's allegiances, are challenged when his patient's liver is a potential transplant match. And the last bullet point, Maggie tweets entertainment guru.
Woo, woo.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yes.
Which means this happened Wednesday.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I
Thursday, Friday.
I almost called you Thursday, but I'm like, you know what? He didn't even watch the episode yet.
Wow.
So I'm not going to call him because I know he's not watching until Saturday.
How do you know so well?
I just know.
There are cameras in here.
Yes, it's the Truman Show. The black version.
Knew it. The black version. So we'll know that's on BET.
That's the only time I'm going to work with them.
And repeats come on Fox.
There you go. So first, I want to hit the Cooper case because I feel like they did such a good job trying to bring it up, but now they're brushing it under the rug. I hate when they do that with storylines, but that's fine because we still ain't talking about the damn tablets.
Hello.
I'll let it go.
Where did the tablets go? No one's holding nothing.
No
Still
one.
the desktops on there.
No one. But okay, whatever. Y'all wanted to get that Samsung throw in there real quick and then throw it away.
Like even a throwaway line like, oh, we ended our program.
Right.
Just say it real quick.
Just something. Whatever. But I like that. Cooper, Matt Cooper, is the doctor they think is corrupt and getting all this back. First off, why y'all mad? But whatever. That's another story, another opinion. But
Hashtag why y'all mad?
thank you. Because, I mean, he's a doctor, right?
And he's saving lives.
Thank you. But y'all see, y'all want to be political. You got to find a little point in there to make. Because what's her name? Heather Headley's character is not back. I forget her character's name, but Heather Headley was the one.
Is that the math girl?
No, she's the black lady who was always coming at Sharon for the money.
Oh, the skinny one, yeah.
I forget her real name's Heather Headley.
Right.
I forget her character's
yeah,
name.
because she's always at odds with
She was
Sharon.
always at Sharon with the money, so now they got to put it someplace else. Cause
I hope they bring her back.
I think she will. She's always been
Yeah.
like recurring, but there's just no real reason to bring her in
No.
yet. But I like that they tried to. But whatever, he did his thing. He saved the woman. He made Will question. I like that he knows he's being investigated
I think so.
because
Will's bad at this.
Thank you. But he threw Will off because now Will's like, I don't know if we're doing the right thing. So I like that he cowardly about to fall out. But this dude's a crook.
And I love Sharon's response was, well, we got to keep checking with him to make sure. That's all.
She's like, we ain't backing up.
Yeah, we're done.
You want your job, right?
If I can have high blood pressure, you can figure this out. Or do you not remember our meeting?
Good one.
Thank you.
Good one. So now let's go with the
and
first.
where is the tablet? Investigate where the tablets went.
We put a lot of money into those tablets.
Yeah, we put a lot of money. Those $800 each.
All three of them.
All three. NBC spared no expense.
So the first thing I like was Hammer's world collides when her mother becomes her patient. First off,
Yes.
can we talk about this? All right. First off, we know that's the unethical. We found out last week with Dr. Blake. We don't want parents and children and doctors and all the same people, right? We want that to
Separate all this.
Secondly, you tell Vanessa Taylor,
Right.
a.k.a. Dr. Taylor, you take the lead. And then you go in the room
You proceed to
and
control
completely finish every sentence this girl tries to put out. To the point that she even was like, shut up. She's
Yeah.
buying it.
Right. Why are you? Go away.
Like,
I'll inform you later.
We got your mom saying yes to the doctor.
Thank you.
And you...
Thank you. All you can get from your mom is I want to leave.
Right.
So we're making progress. Yeah.
Shut up, lady. Shut up. What I didn't like about the episode, about that storyline was Will. Again, another dummy. He said, wow, I would have never thought Stevie had it so rough growing up. Because, like, you know, she had scholarships to school. And I love
So crazy.
Daniel. Because he said, well, you do know most people who get the scholarships come from some kind of background.
Right.
Whether it be low income or abuse. There's a story there. And he was like, oh,
Unless it was
yeah.
a smart scholarship.
Right.
Most of it's need-based.
And
so
but
then there's
I'm
a
mad that
need.
it took Dr. I'm mad I can't think of his name now.
Dr.
Dr. Charles to
Yeah.
say that to, but that's because Will has money. So that's
Yes.
the problem with it. It's because Will came for money. So that's why he's
Which
like,
is so weird because Jade doesn't give that off. You know what I mean?
Jay's very
So it's very
conservative
interesting.
with
Yeah.
that aspect of his life. Where
And somehow Will's just like, do you remember?
remember the $100?
Remember the money? Remember when your name was Jake or whatever his real name was? You just don't call me that. Sorry, that's just wait till we get to that 2 episodes from now. I didn't let that go, but go ahead.
So, but I loved that
So
dynamic. I hate Stevie.
Wait, which one's Stevie?
That's Dr. Hammer. I love her, but I hate her.
yes.
I really real quick. We're talking about
She didn't take Dr. Charles' advice. We had to talk about that scene.
right. That's what I'm saying. So I hate what she did. So I hate that we got her in the room. She doesn't shut up and let Vanessa do her job when it's working. Then we get past it. She talks to Charles about becoming the patient, taking the mom on as patient. Doesn't realize in doing so she's showing how much she needs to be the patient.
Right.
Great acting in that scene because I was like, she doesn't even realize it. Charles is sizing her up right now. Like he's writing the script. He's about to give her a real prescription. Like
He already wrote her Emmy nomination.
right, yes. So it was amazing
For Best
And then
Guest Star.
He gave her a great thing. Just take a step back. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll be good for the both of you.
And he didn't give a promise.
Right. He didn't say.
He didn't say it's going to be all worked out.
No.
He just said, I think you need a break.
Exactly. You've been parenting your
Yeah.
parent for so long.
For literally all those years.
So take a break. Come back to it. So I love that she you know what I love? I love the perception that she was listening to him.
Yes. Well, because she's self-aware enough.
Right. What
Yeah.
I didn't like, I knew she was going to do it. I knew she was going to do it. And when she said, does anyone know a good tow yard company?
Yep.
I said, no. Because it wasn't. So here's the thing. It's one of those things where you do something wrong for the greater good. And the greater good in her mind is taking care of her mom. And she knows if her mom has choice,
Right.
it's never going to be her.
Exactly.
But if she doesn't have choice...
Or she fears it will never be her.
Right. Exactly. Sorry, yeah, she fears it will never be a good...
Yeah.
That's even better. So she feels like, well, if I take away the choice, then she'll be there. My thing is, girl, you don't know your mom is smart. She's been calling you on your stuff ever since they introduced her. So yes, right now she's devastated because she just got out of the hospital with all day listening to you berate her when she liked the black lady, but she was ruining it. And now she comes back to her lot and it's gone. So yes, the convenience of you showing up wasn't appearing to her right there, but you better be ready because next week she's probably smack the hell out you.
Yeah.
I just see it coming. Like there's not going to be an easy smooth over. It's going to be.
Why do that?
And that was my thing. You paid the $1,200 to fix it.
Thank you.
Why tow it? Because now you know you paying that tow bill.
Right. And now you know she doesn't have anything.
Right.
So I guess in her mind, this stupid decision is, let me take away her home show, Stay With Me. But she's going to get the things back.
Right.
So you're just prolonging the inevitable. Why not just do what Dr. Charles offered? You know where she is. She's not moving around. She's in the same lot.
You know what?
She's in a camper.
But you know what?
So she's not in that tent anymore.
Right. But you know what made me mad about her was Dr. Taylor had the mom okay with the pills that had the trackers on it.
Wait, which one's Taylor?
Vanessa.
Okay. Yeah, that's
like she had her okay with the trackers on the pills. Until your dumb self want to come in the room like, well, so we can track what you're doing.
Oh, no, remember she was asking.
Well, but my thing is, if she would have let Dr. Taylor be the one to explain it, it would have went over better. Because as soon as Stevie spoke up,
yeah,
I don't want you tracking me. I don't want to be in your hospital. You know what? Get me out.
Right. But she didn't even do that. Here's the mom's problem. I don't like the mom. Listen, I don't like the screaming.
Right.
I think it was effective for the scene, for it to be dramatic.
Right.
But it bodes, if you're mad, first of all, you're a grown person. No one can force you to do anything.
Right.
So I'm trying to put myself in her position. I was trying to put myself in the daughter's position. Both positions understand both of these wackadoos.
Right.
They both need Dr. Charles. Okay. All day.
Right.
So if they didn't force anything on you. What's this? Well, the patch will be for tracking purposes. Who gonna track me? First of all, you sound like a crazy woman. Just calm down and say, what's this tracking program? Oh, well, this tracking program makes sure that you take your pills. It'll remind you. It'll send you a little alert on the app. Blah, 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 blah. That way you won't forget. Oh, I don't ever forget. I just don't take them anymore because I don't have whatever Dr. Charles explained. I don't feel when I'm feeling better or whatever it is.
Right.
Not like a pain thing, whatever.
Right.
Whatever dumb stuff. Convenient for the plot. So she repeats it calmly and says, no, thank you. Here you go. I'm ready to leave now. Same premise. And you just look to your daughter and say, no. I'm going to do me. This is my truth. Follow the science. And the daughter says, no, we have to force this vaccination. I mean, these pills on you for your own good. So that was when she frolicked and pushed the girl. That's an assault. Right. I wanted Vanessa Taylor, her to call security and press charges. And now she's in jail for the night. She can cool off in the slammer because you assaulted a doctor.
Right.
You had no right to do that. I don't give her a pass because the storyline, they just brushed that off, that a patient pushed a doctor. You had no right to put your hand on anybody. No one said anything or did anything. They said words.
Right.
They said, this will track you. Boom, like she's the Hulk, and I'm getting ready to tear my clothes off and be a big green person. No.
You're right.
You need to be in jail. There you go. And that solves the problem. But that does not go with the plot. They need her to walk away like everything copacetic. Meanwhile, the other family who's not doing anything wrong got the DCF called on them.
Right.
But you literally push somebody in front of everybody. And the desperate daughter. These are the moments I talk about why I can't watch certain horror films when they make a decision that doesn't work.
Right.
I analyze. So you're desperate to get your mom to get her help somewhere.
Right.
She has to be confined. Dr. Charles said, well, there's certain eligibility things that have to be required. She hasn't met them.
Right.
Now you witness your mother, unprovoked, assaulted a doctor. Cops around. There's a cop brother. There's a cop doc. Cops who know names, who know tow yard people. And you go, oh, here's an opportunity. She could be in jail.
Right, and it's still confined.
And to be confined.
They'll give her medication once they put her in the
her
psych
meds.
ward.
You gotta take it. And now you under jail.
Right.
Because of your crazy wackadoo-ness, and didn't even go, oh, my bad, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I just get so mad at my daughter, I hit innocent people that have nothing to do with that and push them to the side. And she looked shook.
See, and I was surprised because Maggie didn't come in there and punch that woman in the face.
That's what I'm saying. And the writer said, we got to leave Maggie alone.
I was waiting for Maggie, but you touched my daughter? You touched Dr. Taylor?
You touched Dr. Taylor. But you said daughter. Well, because it's like when black people call each other brothers and sisters. Oh, okay. Back to it. That took me out of it. So I don't now believe them.
Right.
But eliminating that, because I understand these are the same writers who just got past Do You Remember?
Right.
So I'm giving them a pass.
Well, I will say this.
But you could have called.
Right. Exactly. It could have been more. It could have been more to prove her point in what she's trying to accomplish.
Right.
The cop being called would have made more sense.
And you don't need to call the tow yard to tow her. All you had to do was when she left. First of all, I don't know how she got there so fast. She has no money. Says she walked someplace you drove to. You drove there. She had already arrived, saw the thing not there, called. She had no money for no Uber. She'd have no money for a ooh, a but, or a She had no money.
Right.
And she's a wackadoo. And Vanessa didn't say nothing.
Right.
She just assaulted me. Do we not have a program for that? We just have tablets and people that steal each other's livers when they're dying.
Right.
But we could track down long lost relatives, but we can't call security 2 feet away. So I don't buy it.
Right.
So, like you said, the mom's going to find out. But I don't think she thought 2 steps ahead. My thing was, I kind of get if you're on your last rope. But at the same time, if you make your mom in a more position where she's more vulnerable, more desperate, that doesn't help.
Right.
So you didn't think about all her stuff's gone. She's not just going to go to your apartment.
Right.
And be all around your stuff. This is a chick who was fine in a tent.
Right.
So now she has nothing, no things of creature comforts, right? We all have our little thing, right? Like little kids have a blankie.
Right.
And they'll go somewhere new. I mean, Angela goes to little villages and takes kids from their villages, but she lets them keep a piece of sand or a rock that they used to sleep on or whatever as a memento. Right? In this beautiful mansion, and the kid sleeps in a little corner because they're not used to a bed.
Right.
But they have the comfort. You
didn't even give her that.
You give her nothing. You took all of it away. And like you pointed out, in the second she finds out, you happen to drive by, you didn't wait for her to, which I guess she can't call, she has no cell phone, but you didn't, maybe I'll wait an hour. Maybe I'll drive across the street and hit and turn the light off kind of thing and look when she's getting ready to go find a tent to buy. I don't know. And something. And again, how'd you get there? You have no money. You have no phone to call an Uber. You can't go outside and say, Uber.
Right.
That's how you get on Chicago PD. You get taken into some guy kidnaps you, takes you in a room, turns you into a puppet.
Right.
And they investigate you. That's how so none of that made sense. The decision of the daughter made no sense. She's on her last rope. That's why I liked how she broke down and started to cry. She's unraveling.
Right.
I hope they speed it up and let that go already and let the mom be crazy or healthy or whatever. But I just think those 2 pieces really didn't help solidify the story, because other than that, I was with her. I was with the mom. I was with the daughter. I liked the story. It made you think, what would you do in that position? You do feel hopeless. And how much do you let them fall before you
take control?
And do you risk never seeing them again because they did die?
Right.
Like, I don't know what she thinks is going to happen to her mom. She's in a camper.
Right. She's alive. She's eating.
Right. She knows her stuff. She knows how to do ninjutsu. We saw what she did to Dr. Taylor. She could clearly take care of herself.
Right.
And she was in a laying down position.
Right. And then to the next one. This one was quick. I don't like. I'm slowly starting to not like Dr. Archer.
Which one's Archer? Why do I always forget
Wings.
Names? Okay.
I don't understand why he cares so much what anybody else is doing. Like, why are you in Crockett stuff?
Thank you.
Mind your damn business.
Don't you have
you have nothing better to do?
Look for those tablets. He's not even using.
You're the one who brought it up, and you ain't even.
He should be
it.
on
Lead
it and
by
be like,
example.
what happened to your
right? And Crockett, I like what we're doing with Crockett. I like this getting out and branching.
Yes.
I did not like the insinuation of Blake's daughter and Crockett. That was too long, guys. Cut that ish out. We don't.
Oh yeah.
We don't stop putting Crockett with these young girls.
They
like
do that with
let him do it. If anything, hook him up with Blake.
Patient.
You put with the youngest girl you could find that was over 18.
Crockett don't need nobody.
He's fine.
He is patient.
Fine. Thank you.
He does not do social distancing.
Right.
And he does that smile. They should make a meme. We're gonna save you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be totally good. But I'm just ahead now.
Right.
Like everything blew to smithereens, and you're gonna be fine.
Right.
I'm like,
so to be honest,
he's clearly not flirting. It's
right,
just him
it's
being
his
nice.
bedside manner,
right?
But they're trying to make it
They're trying to always be sexual, and it's so awkward.
I'm like, yes.
I feel like I'm
even
like,
the girl in the wheelchair was like, well, my mom won't let me walk.
He goes, well, I'm not gonna let you walk either. What? Oh, because I follow protocol. Oh,
right.
It just everything you do sounds sexual. I don't know why. I just take care of my patients.
I like that whole thing. I didn't like the liver. I didn't like finding the people. I felt like I really wanted it to be the family. I really wanted it to be like Dr. Blake go rogue and take the liver.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Because she was so cool with I like how she was like, oh, is that the John Doe? I was like, no, she did not. Yo, this girl was shopping
that they
in
didn't
the
go
ED
there with her.
so
I don't need
fast.
any more crazy docs.
I like how she was like, oh, the John Doe. I'll be back to check up on that story.
I wanted her to go find the mom. She goes, oh, you pushed the doctor? I think you need a new arm. And she just cuts off her arm and says, I'm going to save it for someone else who doesn't push doctors around. Like, make a real go crazy. Like a Dexter type.
No, we don't need to
helps crazy. It helps real doctors.
No.
Ridiculous.
I did like the Scott and Maggie storyline. I loved what it did with the DCF workers.
Oh, yes, but before that, because you're just on the other story. You're just on the mom. I mean, the crazy, the liver thing. What I want to button up on that one is I didn't like the insinuation that Crockett wanted to kill the man to get his
help
liver.
out. Right. I'll give you that. Yes.
I knew when Crockett smiled and said, I can't help you. Because he was already brain dead. Now, for Crockett to say I can't, he everything is happy.
Right.
We're going to find a way.
He said it.
I know you're just one eye.
Right.
And there's no other body, but we're going to find limbs on floors and we'll put them together. We will make you another body.
Right.
I know it's only one eye and part of a brain, but don't worry.
Right.
We got this. You can make it. Hold on.
I didn't
sleep.
like that Archer called it out because we, as the audience, knew he wasn't doing that. But I didn't like that. That's what because Archer.
And I don't like that he didn't have a response to Archer better.
Because here's the thing. I will say, I'm glad he didn't give a better response because a better response means he has something to defend.
No, a better response is, listen, why would you ask the question? Why would you think that I had that?
That he could ask the question, yeah. But
could ask Crockett. Crockett doesn't defend; he just asks. So what was that about? What did I do to make you think that?
Right.
Well, it was in my tablet. Oh, it was in my script. See, they wrote they crossed out. Do you remember? So I didn't like that part, and I didn't like his facial reaction, like he questioned himself. because that didn't make any sense. There was nothing to build up to the fact that he would be doing something wrong. And then they gave him another scene when he talks to the lady and says, I don't like what we did today. None of that made any sense because everything he did was wonderful.
Right.
So all that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what happens. If you're brain dead,
right,
here's what you're going to do. And I don't care who doesn't like that. If you brain dead, you brain dead. You know what that means? It means you're dead has a brain. You're dead has a brain. That's what that means. And dead is dead, right? You've seen The Walking Dead. These people can't even walk. That dude could walk and maybe make more sense, right? Oh, wow, he's walking, but he's dead. No, brother's laying down, gone.
Right.
Yeah, we need his limbs. We need his kidneys and eyes and nose and mouth. Angelina needs another one or whatever. We don't know what it is.
Right.
So that's had nothing to do with anything. So they tried to make that bad. Then they gave him those 2 scenes where he had to say, oh, yeah, I think what Wing said to me was real. Because I don't like what we made today. So the whole he defended himself, he did.
True.
In the script, which made no sense.
And not even to Dean.
And that's when I said click. And I clicked back, of course. But still, I clicked for the moment.
Right.
Because it made no sense. He did nothing wrong.
He did exactly. He didn't do anything wrong.
The dude was brain
don't
dead.
even paint it. Yeah, don't even paint
Find
that.
a liver. If I'm brain dead, take my liver. I'm not taking it. They give me a new one in heaven.
Right.
God has a whole better health plan system. You got new body, new liver, new stems. Sorry.
But then with the DCF story, what I loved about that story, first off, corny ass ending that it was some neurological thing. I wanted it to be the neglect or the abuse because you can't paint the story, right? You can't give me these. Whoops, excuse me, guys. Sorry.
More editing.
Sorry, you can't give me these broad strokes of abuse.
Quit.
These broad strokes of and all things that point. A year later, a year prior, the other. How come you switching doctors you go to? So, I get that they had to change it real quick because they didn't want to make it cops attacking people.
Right.
Sorry, doctors attacking patients. But at the end of it, I felt first off, I loved
all families.
Well, I loved him and Maggie's dynamic on it because I love that Maggie is the bleeding heart, right? Yeah. Well, let's ask more questions before we jump to that.
Yes.
So I get where she's coming from, but from the same aspect, we got to protect the kids. So I love where. Plus, he wasn't coming out of left field with the allegations or the notations,
right,
because the guy has a record for being abusive.
One record.
Right.
And not to the family, but to some guy at a bar.
Well, so see, that's what threw me off. Because to me, it would have made more sense because the wife acts like a woman who'd been battered, especially with the making excuses, calling the kid clumsy, all these things that would be what you would do if you were a battered woman.
Yes.
So
but she made sense what she said because we recognized him, and that made us nervous.
Right. So that's the part I did.
It's like when I said to Whoopi, "Can I touch you?" That's
right.
Not like if they wrote that in a script,
right?
That's what you said, and then later, 14 years later, I'm talking to you in the room, going, "What I was trying to say to her is, can I give you a hug? Is it okay for me to give you a hug?" And what came out was, "Can I touch you?"
Right.
The audience would go, "Oh," but that's all she knew. So she went to her security and said, "Can you get that dude? Don't let me get anywhere from me again." I smiled and made him happy and walked away. So I give them a pass for that.
But I like how they did it. My thing was, I finally like to see Scott and not just this great light, right? So for once now, we finally got an opportunity where there was some room for him to get out of the thank you, because my thing was, you guys are, I love him, don't get me wrong. He follows me on Twitter, EGMike84. Me and Guy, his name is Guy Stockard. We both follow each other. It's great. He comments. He likes my stuff. Last week he responded to me a couple times when we did I told you about this with the sister. I said we're going to see her again.
Okay, that's right. Yes. Okay.
Relax. I got you. So I like that dynamic. I like what he does. But I also want to see growth. Like, I don't want him to come out and be an all-star. I like that he has enough experience, that he's not a typical resident.
Right.
Because we need to fill the spots of April. We need to fill the spots of Natalie. So I get it.
Math girl, bring her back.
I wish she would come back. She's not even acting. can't even find her on IMDb or anything. It hurts my feelings. I'm gonna do like they did with.
If I find out she was one of the victims,
they're gonna do what they did with Richard Simmons. I'm gonna do that with her. Where did she go? We're gonna find.
Did you listen to that podcast?
I listened to the first episode.
It is
too
so
long.
riveting.
You just talk way too much for me.
I got sucked in.
I'll give you credit.
I listened to the whole.
I think
episodes.
if I was more into podcasts, the episodes are so long.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like, dude, can we get an intermission?
And that's the thing, because I see, like, now I wouldn't listen because I listen to podcasts now because I listen as I'd walk to work.
Right. So
and I got, and I didn't even know too much about Richard. I didn't care, but I thought we were going to find a dead body by the end. I was like,
it had you in it, right?
Oh, this is so real. So yeah, you're going to do that. What's her name? Her real name?
I got to look it up.
Okay, it'll be Finding. Let's call her Nicole. Finding Nicole.
So I like that we're getting a real story with Scott, and he's not just this perfect resident, and it's real. But I love Maggie's mentorship, and I even love her not overstepping her boundaries like she would have done in the past with other doctors. She did what he asked.
Yep.
But she still held her ground on what she thought. So I love.
And she didn't even really attack him. Instead, she just made sure. She goes, "Have you verified that you're looking at all angles?"
Right.
And she's asking a question like Crockett could have done to the tablet guy. She just said, "Do you think?"
Right.
You're looking at it through a lens because of your previous interaction with him.
I did love that. I love that. So it was perfect.
Questions work well. That's why Jesus did that. He always asks questions.
There you go.
When they were like, "So I'm mad, Jesus, that this guy is taking over our inheritance. He's taking more of his share than he should be, and it's unfair to come back and tell him because he'll listen to you because you're Jesus and tell him to give me back half." And it says, "For why are you worried about the riches of this world?" Well,
that's good.
Well, see, what happened was. See, just a question. He didn't say, "You foolish idiot. You're just a greedy man. Don't care about nothing. You're not calling me out because I'm Jesus, the Son of God. You just want to get some dollars." What the flip that mean? I'd be like, "Go, Jesus, getting brolic." Instead, he just asks a question.
Right. That's good. I like that.
One time, and I'll just use this before we close. I'm not going to say the person's name because the person, if I say the name, there's a loaded context of what people assume of the person, and they'll miss the gravitas of his wisdom. But he was talking about people fighting about whether or not tithing is for today. You know, whether it's Old or New Testament or under the grace or under the law and all this dumb stuff. People arguing all the time. So obviously people want him to be for it because he's a minister, and so they're like, well, obviously they want more money, you know, bigger churches to help more people, and that's so bad. So they don't want that. They want more iPhones and Samsungs and things for themselves. But how dare they buy more Bibles? So what they did was, he said, "Well, are you trying to pay less?" And I just love that question. The guy said, "Well, I just want to know his tithing for, yes or no." He goes, "Are you trying to pay less?" Like, what are you figuring? What would the answer give you? That was such a brilliant, because it doesn't assume.
Right.
It's a Maggie question. What's making you ask that question? How come you didn't go to your pastor and say, "Is it all right to wear deodorant? Where in the Bible does it say to use cologne? Is it okay for me to kiss my wife daily? Or do I kiss her only on Sunday? Nothing else. Is it okay to raise children? Is it okay to go to Disneyland? Is it okay to drink tea?" He says, "Is tithing under the law or under grace? Are you trying to pay less?" Like, if you find out what it's not,
right? Like, what's the reason?
Yeah.
Why are you asking this question?
Is it because you've always wanted to pay 80% to the
Right.
Lord? You're so thankful for being saved that you're like, "Wow, here's 80," and that 10 is really blocking you.
Right.
You feel like, man, he stopped me at 10. He didn't say pay 8 tithes.
Right.
Or you're like, "I think I'm giving God too much." I mean, who do you think he is? Like, the savior of the world, or my creator, or the God of eternity, the one who stands before time? He operates outside of time because he made time, and everything's in his hand. That song, he's got the whole world in it. Like, how? Like, 10 is kind of like, what about 7.5? Or I get questions like asked at LOC sometimes. I'll never forget. They say, because I was talking about the tithe, and they asked me, "Is that off of gross or net?" And I had already heard this response, and I used it. So it's not stealing. It's just a good, it's like people say, "Well, you stole his answer." No, I didn't. When my teacher said it was 2 and 2, I said 4, even though I knew Julie said it first. It's still the right answer. So when they asked me to, I'm not going to make my own answer because Julie already said 4. 4 is the answer. So when they said gross, and I said, "Are you trying to pay less?" And it worked. They were like, "Got it." So when Maggie did that, that's brilliant. So what the daughter, what's the daughter's name?
Taylor?
Taylor?
Oh,
no,
Stevie?
Stevie. So they said to the brolic dumb mom who likes to kick people against the face, she could have said, "Why are you against this? What are you getting living out here? How's this working for you? Charles, why do you eat so much? Crockett, why are you questioning yourself? Wings, where's the tablets?" You can get a lot done with just questions. You don't have to come against people. Just ask the question and pinpoint it.
That's good.
Right? Isn't that deep?
That is good. I like that.
I mean, brilliant. So anyway, trying to think of something Mrs. Doubtfire would have said that is pertinent to this. Oh, did you? Oh, I'm gonna mess up the line. It's been too long since I've watched the movie. It's starting to leave my memory banks. This is not cool. Oh, look at this. Everything's so placed and name tagged. How precise. My husband never appreciated it. Oh, the poor dolt. That's not the reason you divorced him, was it? No. Oh, because so sad, because marriage can be such a blessing. So can divorce. Wow. Bye-bye.
The TiVoMike Show is produced by Michael Jefferson. Our soundboard operator is Mike Warner. And our theme music is by Eric Dano. A special thanks to make it so we can be here, and to you, our great listeners. That's it for the TiVoMike Show. I'm Mike Warner. See you tomorrow when we guide the lost TV viewing saints to the Marietta Banal TV shows amongst the low-hanging fruit to find the next great addictive series.
And a shout out to Damon.